Hello everyone, my name is Richie and welcome back to another video. Today join me for something a little bit different. We're going on a journey. So if you've not seen the journey so far, the ambassadors are getting together and we're doing a great British journey from Penzance all the way up to Inverness. And we're all taking it in turns doing separate segments on both TrainSimWorld and TrainSim Classic. This is my first of 3 legs along this journey, so I'm going to be starting here at Harrow Wealdstone in the Class 350 and taking it up to Milton Keynes. I'm then going across to Train Simulator Classic and I'm going to be doing the West Coast Mainline style from Milton Keynes up to Birmingham New Street. And then, of course, I couldn't do a Great British Journey without representing my hometown of Birmingham, so I'll then be jumping back into TrainSimWorld and doing the Birmingham Cross City section between New Street and Lichfield Trent Valley. So yeah, join me as we go along the line from here at Harrow Wealdstone up to Milton Keynes. Should be a good bit of fun, so let's go. Right, so let's jump into it. So I'm pretty much set up because, like I say, I've nicked a train as we're going up the line. So this service would have started in Euston, but I've got it all set up and we're pretty much ready to go. So let's lock the doors on the left-hand side. We've got the Bakerloo line stock coming in there, which, if you've just seen the segment, obviously ends here at Harrow Wealdstone, and I'm taking over. So, right, are the doors locked? They're locking. Cool. Right, we can go. Let's go. Full beans, shall we? So I'll have a little look at where we're calling at today in just a second, but let's go to Bushy in 4.2 miles time. Lovely stuff. Ah, there we go. There's the 72 stock going in the sidings there. That's quite cool. Off it goes. Lovely. Right, let's jump back in. So today we're going to be calling out. We're going to be going to Bushy, Watford Junction, Kings Langley, Apsley, Hemel Hempstead, not Hamel, Berkhamsted, Tring, Cheddington, Leighton Buzzard, Bletchley, and then finally Milton Keynes Central in around about 55 minutes time. So yeah, have you been watching the journey so far and what you've been thinking about it? Like I say, I'm taking charge of a couple of the legs because why not? I'm definitely looking forward to doing the Birmingham New Street section because obviously, you know, being a Brummie, I might as well represent my hometown. But we're all getting involved. The journey goes up the West Coast Main Line, up via like Preston and whatever else, and then we go into Scotland. So it's going to be a good bit of fun. Plenty of content from all the fellow ambassadors, so it's yeah, it's going to be a good bit of fun. I've got safety systems on today. Obviously, you know, what's a 55-minute journey without safety systems? So yeah, here we go. We'll also see another 350. There we go. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Wonderful. As we go along, I'll obviously show you the map and whatever else, and show you the full line journey. But yeah, it's a cool little idea because obviously we're doing this to celebrate the 200 years of railways. I think, you know, if history serves me correctly, the railways were they started, I think, at Darlington and is it Stockton Railway in 1825. So there's all sorts of stuff going on this year in real life and whatever else to celebrate 200 years of the railways. And yeah, we thought we'd do this to sort of like, you know, you can pretty much cross the whole UK in TrainSimWorld and TrainSim Classic, so it's a nice little hybrid of the two. And yeah, I think it's a cool little idea. Got a Pendolino coming this way and a 350. Look at that. Wonderful. That's a nice little shot there. Wonderful stuff. I was going to do this in the Pendolino, but I was like, yeah, but you can't technically drive a Pendolino from Harrow Wealdstone. So it was a bit of a... I could have stopped a Pendolino at Harrow Wealdstone and gone, do you know what, we're going to start here and do it in the Pendo, but no, we're going to do it in the 350. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do in the next segment, whether I'm going to do 350 or Pendolino there, but we'll certainly see. There we go, got another 710 going that way. Lovely stuff. Off it goes, and off goes our 350. Lovely. So it's going to be quite a relaxed one today, because normally if you've... Oh, is that another Pendolino? Wow, look at that. That was quick. That was like 2 seconds between the last one. The other one must have been delayed. Anyway, what was I saying? So today's going to be a bit more relaxed, sort of, you know, commentate as I do, but if you know my sort of style, we've got a freight train. I'm trying to speak and there's so much stock going on. That's nuts. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so if you watch my videos, obviously, you know, I like to cut it up and whatever else, but this is a sort of like relatively seamless sort of, you know, hardly any interruption sort of thing, unless I mess up, you know what I'm like. I tend to mix my words, so if I mess up somewhere, there will be a slight little cut, but it's all right. We need to slow down for Bushy anyway. All this waffling, and I need to slow down. So let's slow down here for Bushy. Let's try and focus and make sure that we've got some good stops today, because we don't fancy messing things up. Slowly does it now. I've come into the station a bit too quickly here. It's alright though. We can manage this. The brakes on the 350 are surprisingly good. Got another 710 over there, look at that. Nice. Right, let's roll into Bushy. We're still on time, so it's all good. There's another Pendolino there. So this is what's quite good about this route. If you've not played the West Coast Main Line yet, the south version that is, because obviously we've got the West Coast Main Line South and Preston Carlisle. You know, if you're in a 350 or if you're in the 710s, you're being overtaken by all sorts of stuff, loads of stuff. Here we go. This is Bushy. So obviously the Lioness line, I think it is, goes up this way somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Goes up that way towards Watford High Street. We can get the doors locked and we can get going towards Watford Junction. That's where the Lioness line terminates. So let's get going in just a second. We can go pretty much any second now. We'll start going now. It's all right. Normally trains depart about 20 seconds beforehand. So let's get going. Off you go. Lovely stuff. Off it goes. Lovely stuff. I really like the 350s. For me, the 350s are quite iconic. That's why I've chosen to do this, because, like, although I've never been on the West Coast Main Line down to London, the 350s I've been on numerous times, loads of times. Like, you know, growing up in Birmingham, there used to be Birmingham to Wolverhampton shuttles with the 350s, and I used to go on them all the time. Because I used to travel a lot, like growing up between Birmingham, New Street and Telford. So obviously sometimes you do Transport for Wales, 158s between New Street, but sometimes it was quicker to just go, you'd do New Street, Wolverhampton, and then you'd change at Wolverhampton. Just depends on how the day worked out. But yeah, I'm very much familiar with the 350s. Quite a nice little unit. I'm so glad we finally got them in Tracing World. We need to get up to, well, say get up to. We are slowing down, so it's a 75 limit in just a second, and then after Watford Junction we can full beans for a very long time. Well, I say that we're on the slow line, so we can't, but we can go quicker anyway. Right, here's Watford Junction, the northern end of the Lioness line. It's also where most of the Pendolinos call at. So let's slow down here. Slowly does it now. Approach stations at 30. That's what I've always been told. Is that another 350 there? It is. It is. Yeah, we've managed that all right, to be fair. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. 20% brakes, should be all good. Right to the end of the platform. We're still on time. We're a minute early, that's incredible. And that is, to me, job's a good one. That'll do. We could have kept going, but we should fully be in the platform. I hope so. I certainly hope so, otherwise I've messed it up. Are we in? Yeah, we're in. Oh yeah, these platforms can accommodate 12 cars. That's absolutely not a problem. There's another 350 there, so sometimes you'd see the 377s in here too. And then also you got the 710s over there. Look at that. Wonderful. Oh, got a fast 350 coming through here. Look at that. Off it goes. Nice. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff indeed. Yeah, so there you go. There's the Lioness line services. Which is quite cool. Got some of the red buses of London over there. Nice. And then there's also around here, look at this. A little train spotter. Look at him go. Look at his camera. I always come and give this guy a visit when I come to Watford Junction because his camera's on fire. And I just want to make sure that he's okay. I want to just check on his mental well-being, see if he's okay. I've just heard something else coming in somewhere as well. I swear I've just heard. Oh, it's that. That's going. Anything else coming? No, not yet. Not yet. Right. We need to focus on going any moment soon. So let's get back into the cab and let's get the doors locked in about 10 seconds time. Right. I'm waiting for it to hit 40. There we go. Doors locked. Let's get going. Let's depart. Right. Make sure to get on the train. In fact, no, don't get on the train. The doors are shutting. That's not safe. So, let's go. We'll do a little announcement as we go along because why not? Let's go. Off we go. Right. A couple of tones. Lovely. We like it. We like it. Right. So next stop is Kings Langley in 3.4 miles time. Off we go. Right. Welcome aboard, passengers, onto this wonderful Class 350 service up to Milton Keynes. Today we're going to be calling at Kings Langley, Apsley, Hemel Hempstead, Berkhamsted, Tring, Cheddington, Leighton Buzzard, Bletchley, and then finally into Milton Keynes at around 8:44 a.m. this morning. You join us on this service on a very nice spring's morning, because it's March now, it's spring, which is my favourite time of year. I wouldn't be saying it's an announcement, right? This is just me talking to you now. Spring is my favourite time of year. I love it. I'm a little bit biased because my birthday's in spring, but it's just wonderful. Anyway, back to the announcement. Yeah, so you join us on this service on a lovely, warm spring morning. Please make sure to have your tickets, make sure they're valid. The guard will come down very shortly to make sure that you've got the correct ticket for this service. Please make sure that any advance purchase tickets say this service only and not a Pendolino service, an anti-West Coast service, because otherwise you're on the wrong train and you are completely going the wrong way possibly, because we're going to Milton Keynes, and if you've got an anti-West Coast train ticket, you may not even be, your train may be not even stopping at Milton Keynes. So anyway, I digress. Yeah, make sure you got your tickets, please. But yeah, sit back, enjoy the journey as we approach into Kings Langley very soon. Kings Langley, our next calling point in 3 minutes time. I wouldn't be very good at doing announcements. I'm far too nervous. Like when people come along the tannoy on like train services and whatever else, you must have a bit of confidence to do it, you know. For me, hearing your voice back on a train freaks me out a little bit. I'd love to give it a go, don't get me wrong. I would love to give it a go, but it's sort of like, at first, I'd be a bit nervous about it, because I'd be like, you know, you'd be like, oh, make sure to say this, make sure to say that. I'll give it a go. I would love to do a bit of conducting at one point. My cat's decided to come and sit down as well. We've been joined by a cat on this service who is looking at her chicken. She's got a little chicken toy, and she will probably pick it up and start screaming. So apologies if you hear that. She's got this habit of whenever I'm recording, she comes down and she likes to play with her chicken toys. I'm waiting for her to do it. I'm just looking at her. Oh, you ready? You ready for this? Hold on. She's gonna start meowing in a minute. Oh, she's thinking about... Oh, no, she's rolling. Okay, she's rolling. Anyway, there's a 350 over there, and we're approaching into Kings Langley, so let's get slowed down for Kings Langley. Let's put a bit of initial brakes in. My cat has fully just called me a liar. I was really hoping she'd, like, meow so you could hear her. Yeah, do you want your chicken toy? Do you want your chicken toy? Go get it. Why do cats not fetch? Why don't they fetch? Anyway, what am I doing? 60 mile an hour into Kings Langley. Oh my goodness. Slow down. Oh, I'm too busy trying to get my cat to fetch. Right, slow down. Let's stop there. She's off. That's a good stop. Do you know what? Considering that we approached at 60 mile an hour, that's a good stop. I'm happy with that. Oh, that was a bit nerve-wracking. Anyway, this is Kings Langley. Let's have a little fly around here. Have a little look what's going on. There's a robot here. We've got a minute and a half to go and collect some stuff, so let's go and get that robot. Oh, wait, hold on. If we're going to do that, put it into neutral. There you go. And also, is everything all good? Max brake. That's fine. Cool. Let's go and collect a robot. This is one of the cool little collectibles on this route. So, hold on. Yeah, nice. So, I think the robots are something to do with Milton Keynes. I'm not too sure. The only thing I know about Milton Keynes is that the Red Bull F1 team are based there. I don't know much else. And it's also like a grid place. It's like a grid pattern. Let's go down here. Is there anything else to collect? Any more robots? No, nothing else down here. But we need to get back to our train because we need to lock it up in a second. Someone's just had bright green wellies on. That's a rogue choice. Purple trousers and bright green wellies. Right, sure. If that's what you... And another one, look. The bright green wellies. I mean, suit, you know, wear what you want to wear. I'm not wearing it, so don't bother me, but it's a rogue choice for sure. It's like dipping nuggets into McDonald's milkshake. It's an interesting choice. Right, anyway, let's lock the doors, shut that, get back outside so you can hear it going. Can we go? I think so. Let's go. Full beans, I think. Ah, no, we're still in neutral. That will help, won't it? Hold on. Let's go now. Let's do it. Oh, what's that? Oh, Pendolino. Should we race it? Should we race the Pendolino? No, it's going to leave us in the dust. Off we go. Next stop is Apsley in 2.1 miles time. Nice. Off we go. Yeah, it's a good bit of fun. Like, you know, if I had more free time, I'd definitely say this would be one of my favourites, because there's so much to do on this route. It's nuts. Like I say, you've got 350 services, you've got the Pendolino if you've got the deluxe edition, you've got the 710s if you own Suffragette line. Yeah, it's a good bit of fun, it really is. I enjoy it. It's a good route to stream, because like when I first streamed it, it's sort of like you can get people involved and say, oh, what do you want me to drive first? And you can do different types. You can do like 3 or 4 different types of services in like a 3 to 4 hour stream, which is pretty decent if you ask me. Here we go. So 2 minutes until we hit Apsley. 1.5 miles time. We've got another Pendolino. Look at that. So obviously the timetable was updated at the end of last year, and I've not really properly given it a go since it's been updated. So I'm noticing it's really, really busy. Like, don't get me wrong, I sort of looked at the timetable update very briefly, but something about this service is very busy and I like it. Anyway, we're a mile out of Apsley, so we'll need to make sure to slow down. Here we go. Apsley station. We can see it. So let's get some half brakes in as we slow down here. So this service is very start-stop. Obviously, because I had to do a 350 from Harrow up to Milton Keynes. Like I said, I was going to do the Pendolino, but I was like, it's not realistic. So the Pendolino would have done this service in about 20 minutes. But obviously, we're taking the longer run. I'm giving you more content. We're going to take the long road. We've slowed down a bit too eagerly there, but it is what it is. It's okay. It's all good. Almost there. I can see the station. There's another 350 there as well. Very nice. It's a very good route for doing like the guard mode on, because obviously, like I say, it was sort of like the introductory route to guard mode. Well, introductory UK route anyway. So it was sort of like, it was one of them where there's a lot of stations you can do it on, and it's quite cool. And there's another Pendolino. There's so many Pendolinos today. That's incredible. Right, let's slow down. Let's have a little look. Have we got much time to mess around here? I would imagine we've got about a minute. So let's try and see if we can find any more robots. All right, any more robots? Anything else we can see? Right, that'll do. There we go. Nice little stop there. Apsley. Cool. Nice. Right. I've not really got the time to run around on foot, so we'll have a little fly around, see what we can see. What I find quite interesting is that a lot of these stations like have 4 platforms, but mostly have fast trains going through them. It's very interesting because obviously, like up north, we don't really have many stations that are like that. It's all very much, you've got your slow platforms and that's it. So obviously, I know along the south there's a lot more stations, and like for example, if a 350 had to stop here, then it could. But like if you look on the boards, there's nothing stopping here because, well, it's all fast trains. So I kind of get why they're there, but at the same time, like it's a bit of a waste of concrete, isn't it? Because nothing really stops here. It's all these 2 platforms that are taking all the bulk of the services. Anyway, we need to lock the doors, so let's lock the doors and let's get going, shall we? I'll let you listen to it departing again. I like to do external shots when it's departing. Let's go. Cool. Hemel Hempstead in a mile's time. 1.4 miles time. Let's go. Here we go. More tones again. You're not going to get sick of these tones. I can assure you of that. Let's go. 1.3 miles to Hemel Hempstead. So how many more stations have we got? We've got Hemel Hempstead, Berkhamsted, Tring, Cheddington, Leighton Buzzard, Bletchley and Milton Keynes. So I think these few stations, Hemel Hempstead, Berkhamsted and Tring, are all quite close together. and then we can stretch the legs between Leighton Buzzard and Milton Keynes. Before this route came out, I did watch a lot of trains out videos along this line because I was very much excited for this when they announced it. I don't know what it is with the West Coast Main Line South. It's just cool. Like I say, because there's so much to do on it. Is there something else coming around that corner there? No, I thought I saw another Pendolino. I was going to be in shock if I saw another Pendolino. But yeah, because there's so much to do on this route, and there's so much like AI stock, and it's just incredibly busy. So I was very much excited for it. You know, normally before a route comes out, I do a bit of research into it, have a look at like, the timetable and whatever else. And when I was looking at this, I thought this is going to have so many services. It's going to be kind of like the Brighton Main Line, but going north. Do you know what I mean? So it's yeah, definitely a good bit of fun. So I watched some trains out videos, and I watched them at like Cheddington, Leighton Buzzard, and whatever else. Also, we've got loads of AWS hits there, but we've not got any reds coming up, so that's interesting. But yeah, I was watching all the different videos, and it's quite cool. Like, to train spot at these stations they're probably quite good places, because obviously along the West Coast Main Line you'll also see rail tours and stuff like that. So yeah, I can imagine if I did it in real life I'd enjoy it. But yeah, trains out videos, it's what I usually do, what I usually watch to build up some hype. So here's Hemel Hempstead, so let's slow down. We are pretty much on time here, so again, we've not really got the time to run around and find any robots today or anything else. Seal plushies from 5 Circle, no, we won't go there. Let's slowly get into Hemel Hempstead. A bit too slowly here. I'm being a bit too safe today. Let's stop there. Cool. Nice. Lovely stuff. There's a lot of doors. Nice. Lovely jubbly. Lovely stuff. Right. Anything else coming along? Right. Anything else we can see? Could you imagine just standing here, right? Just taking a couple of pictures. Does anyone live along this section of the West Coast Main Line, or have you ever done any train spotting at these stations? We've got something coming this way. That's another 350. Hold on. We'll do a honk as it goes past. Nice. There you go. So that was what I was hoping to do, a fast 350 service, but obviously, you know, you can't do them from Harrow, so oh well. But I'm thinking I might do the Pendolino in the next section, because I like the Pendolino. It's a good bit of fun. So let's go. Let's get it going. Off to Berkhamsted next in 3.5 miles time. So we can get some beans in. We can definitely stretch the legs a little bit. Let's go. Berkhamsted in 3.4 miles time. Here we go. We're on the move. We're on the move. I need to make sure my GSMR is on. Let's turn that on. Cool. What are we today? We are 2K, I think. Hold on. Yeah, 2. Is it kilo? Is that what K is? Kilo. 2 kilo 09. Let's go. Nice. Up to 100 mile an hour. The max speed in this thing is 110. So we're pretty much stretching its legs now. Anything else coming along the line? Anything anywhere? What's that? Is that the 350 we've just gone past? Yeah, it is. So Berkhamsted's on a bit of a curve here, and there's also Cheddington, which is somewhere. This is an incredible station to fly around. It's brilliant. It's proper, like, you know, if you're in the Pendolino, you can feel the tilt. And this is what I mean with this route as well. It's 4 tracks, so like you've got the slow lines, you've got the fast lines. There's so much going on. It's incredible. But yeah, you enjoying these little videos so far? You enjoying the journey so far? Obviously, Penzance up until this point is a fair chunk. It's around about 6 or 7 hours. Has anyone ever done the journey from Penzance up to Scotland? Because like I've watched like Jeff Marshall, he did like Aberdeen down to Penzance on cross country, but like has anyone else done it, or at least done a big section of it? Because I've travelled on trains down to, so when I lived in the Midlands I used to occasionally go down to Southampton. I went down to Southampton once or twice, and that's still like 4 or 5 hours, and that's a long journey. I'm still yet to do Leeds down to London on LNER. That's another one I want to do at some point, because we are thinking of going to London in the summer. But yeah, it's one journey I've not done. I've not done many long journeys. The longest journey I think I've done by train is when I went to Edinburgh last year, because I did, what was it I did now? It was Leeds to Newcastle, then I changed at Newcastle up to Edinburgh, and that took like 4 hours as well. So kind of similar to the Southampton journey, but it felt a bit longer. But yeah, I've not really done any stupidly long journeys like this one, which is going to be, I think, all in all about 14 hours, because there's going to be some footage around the Cathcart Circle and whatever else. So it's like, yeah, it's a length. It's a good journey. Anyway, we need to slow down for Berkhamsted here as we come around this corner. Very nice, very nice. So I think these Milton Keynes services, these are every hour, so not overly busy, these stations. Not as busy as where we were about 10 or 15 minutes ago. Here we go, Berkhamsted. Is that how you say it? Or Berkhamsted? Yeah, it must be. Must be. Right then, let's slow down here for this station. Gently does it. 60 yards. No, we don't want to be 60 yards out. That's not good. Just rolling in. Just rolling in. Ah, that'll do. Cool. That'll do. Lovely stuff. Right, let's unlock the doors there for Berkhamsted. Lovely jubbly. Right. So, this is Berkhamsted. Very nice little station. It's got interesting sort of like, it's not pavements, is it? It's like brickwork. It's quite a cool little effect. It does look like bricks, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't look like it's just been painted on. Quite a cool little effect. These will be a nightmare in the ice though, because these sorts of platforms get incredibly slippy in winter. But we don't have to worry about winter because it's spring. I love spring. Did I mention? We've got some green platforms here. Got a very green lamppost. So that's that woman that had the bright green wellies on. She'd love this station. You go in here. Got some stuff in here. Nice. See, I don't really spend time like exploring the stations all too much, but there's loads going on. As we've got a Pendolino going past there. Absolutely loads going on. It's quite cool. I mean, this is what I love about this game. We need to get going, by the way. This is what I love about the game. Like, if you know these routes, or if you've travelled on these routes in real life, the like detail of the graphics is incredible. So, like, when I come to do my New Street to Lichfield Trent Valley section a little bit later on, like, it's just so surreal because I've done that route many times, and also now that I live up in the north, Northern Transpennine used to be my local line. I used to travel a lot between Huddersfield and Leeds, and although that route's set in the 80s, like, it still looks pretty much spot on to what it does today, because obviously up north we don't build anything though. So sort of like when you see these in real life, it's quite surreal. So I can imagine if you're a regular commuter from Berkhamsted into Euston, it's pretty incredible. I feel like it's a sort of like make or break situation if you know the route, and I think that's what it was like for me with Birmingham New Street, because like when they announced it I was super excited for it, but I was also like like I hope they do it properly, and they really did. Like everything from the canals to the flats I grew up in, it was incredible. I will make sure to recap all this in my Birmingham Cross City section, but yeah, I can definitely, if you live along this route, what do you think of it? Is it pretty much spot on? Because it certainly looks it. Anyway, we're 2.5 miles out of Tring. We're up to 85 mile an hour, and we're also going uphill. We also just passed something a moment ago. I think we did anyway. Yes, is that Pendolino? I think it is. Hold on, can we hover over you, please? Pendolino? Manchester Piccadilly. Nice, yeah. Lovely stuff. We're certainly getting along here now. So up to 90 mile an hour. Here we go. Let's get a nice little external shot, shall we? Should we get a flyby shot? I like that one. A flyby shot. Let's do it. Cool. I know they're just commuter trains, but there's something about the 350, especially in this, which is quite cool. I know that a lot of people have wanted to see the 350, and, you know, it's brilliant. It's a good bit of fun. Right, Tring is not too far away. Not too far away. It's where a lot of the services terminate, is Tring. You know, I looked at doing one of them. I was going to potentially do a Tring service and then hop over to a Pendolino, but then again I thought, well, again, Tring isn't served by Pendolinos, so I thought about different ways of doing this, because I like to do sort of like shorter segments and stuff. I know that some of the ambassadors have done like an hour and a half segment, and that is that is incredible commitment. I find recording for like an hour and a half, I'm gonna mess up somewhere, and I'm not very good at hiding it. So I sort of like, yeah, I'm like, an hour and a half is a long time. Got another 350 here. Like now, I've been recording for 30 minutes, and I am fully waffling at this point. Like, yeah, the fact that people can do it seamless for like an hour, almost 2 hours, yeah, good job. I envy the person that's doing the West Coast Main Line North up to, I mean, I don't envy even, because that's like 2 hours between, is it Carlisle and Glasgow? And that is like, there's hardly any stops. It's just pretty much full throttle the whole way, which is cool and would be a good bit of fun in Train Sim World. But yeah, that's a long time to sort of like, there's not really much going on over that journey. So, you know, it's just how I do things. We need to slow down for, well, I say we need to slow down. We've slowed down too much for Tring. So let's keep rolling. We've got plenty of people coming down the stairs. Are you all coming on my train up to Milton Keynes? Yeah? Nice. That's good of you. Let's stop here. There's the stop car marker. So let's stop there. Nice. I think the suspension now on the 350, because the way we would just stop, the way we went forward as it stopped, definitely feels like there's some suspension. Here we go. This is Tring. Come on, people, get on my train. There's them boots again. Look at them welly boots. Incredible. Anyone else got some funky shoes on? No. You've got a nice red bag. I like your jeans. They're cool. I can hear, oh, another 350. Look at that. Look at that for timing. So that would be probably another Milton Keynes down to, in fact, we can find out. What service was that? Was that a Milton Keynes one? Yeah, Milton Keynes to London Euston. There you go. So that's pretty much, again, like I say, I like routes where you can do end-to-end runs. So, like, for example, I've thought about doing it, but I've not, like, planned anything. I'd love to do, like, a shift stream where you do, like, a full 6 to 8 hours, and you just pretty much go from end to end the whole time. It's one you can do with Birmingham Cross City. It's really good to do on Cathcart as well, because you can fully do, like, different ways of doing it. So you can pretty much, you know, role play a whole train shift if you wanted to, and I'd love to do it on this route. There's loads of routes I'd do it on. Definitely Cross City, Cathcart, like I say. Brighton Mainline would be a good one. I'm yet to stream Brighton Mainline. I do need to do that. I'm usually focusing on the more northerly routes. That's what I do. I don't mind the southern routes. I do like Brighton Mainline. For a route I don't know, we're going to have another 350 coming past here. Yeah, for a route I don't know too well, Brighton Mainline is probably my most played. I think I've got like 3,000 miles on it or something silly like that. So it's definitely a good route. It's a route I would love to see in Todd 4. Could you imagine how beautiful that would look in Todd 4? But yeah, I like that route. Southeastern High Speed's another one you can do a whole shift on. What else can you do? Like, you can do a full shift on any route, don't get me wrong. A lot of their German ones as well. But I'm thinking more ones I would want to do that would be like my sort of favourite ones. 5 Circle. 5 Circle's one of my favourites. Don't know, what's your favourite route? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. What do you like? I know a lot of people like the Scottish stuff. The Scottish stuff's really popular. It's quite cool, and obviously all the stuff in and around London, that's quite popular. Oh, you can't forget obviously the overground routes as well. You can do 4 line shifts on them. Right, 3.3 miles out of Cheddington. It's also another thing with like 4 line runs is that I like where you can do like a depot move. You can do a depot move into a station, and then you can then go up the line, go back down, take it out of service if it needs to. There's so much you can do with it. It's quite cool. There's also, I've not seen another freight train. You would normally see another freight train at some point. To go around the corner. So Cheddington, like I say, is this one up here where it's like, oh no, not Cheddington. Which one was it? Was it this one? Was it Berkhamsted? Oh, I'm not sure. I might have got it wrong. There's a station anyway where you go around a curve. It might have been Berkhamsted. I'm not too sure. I might have got that wrong. Anyway, we are 2 miles away from Cheddington. So this is what I mean about messing up. I say something and I'm like, I'm confident about that, and then I'm like, oh, actually, that's not right. Right then. Not too far away from Cheddington. And then we're not too far away from, yeah, so we've only got a couple more stations. This is actually going surprisingly quick. So we've got another 20 minutes to go. So, yeah, I mean, I was contemplating like streaming this because it's a lot easier to stream 4 line runs because there's people to talk to in the chat. it's one of them where we need to slow down as well. Recording for like an hour is it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge. Right then, let's slow down for Cheddington. Nice. So, if we was to see any other sections of the West Coast Main Line, what would you want to see? Like, obviously, we've got this section, the southern section, let's say. We've got Preston to Carlisle. What other section of the West Coast Main Line would you like to see? I mean, technically, in Spirit of Steam, we've got Crewe to, before it turns off to Liverpool, what's it called now? Hartford, something like that. So, you know, what other routes would you want to see? Let me know. Here's Cheddington. Have we got any time? No, we've not really got much time. Oh, there's a freight service. I told you we'd see a freight service around about now. Look at that. I just knew. It's almost as if I've like run this service before. I've not. I totally haven't. Here we go. Here is Cheddington. Let's stop there. Nice. So this is where it's getting a bit more rural. Obviously, between like Cheddington and Milton Keynes, there's not really much going on. Obviously, we were in the hustle and bustle of London not too long ago, so this is what's quite cool about some of the UK routes, especially the longer ones. It is pretty much like, you know, with the UK, obviously, cities are quite close apart, so in the hour it takes you to get from Milton Keynes to London Euston, literally like half the route, you're in the middle of nowhere, absolutely nowhere. Farms, fields, tractors, all that sort of good stuff. And then you've got like the East Coast Main Line, which is pretty much like, obviously in Peterborough and the stations along it are pretty significant, but you are just going like full speed for the countryside. I quite like that one. That's quite a unique little experience. Here we go. Right, let's go. Next stop is Leighton Buzzard in 4 miles time. Another one where I've watched Trains That videos. Off we go. See, I need to get ahead so we can watch it do a flyby, but you can't race the trains. Can we try and race it? How quickly can we go in the camera? Off we go. Go! No! It's too quick for us. Off it goes. Obviously, because I'm on the PlayStation, it's, yeah, I can't do the fast camera. Can't race the train. If I was on the PC, I'd be able to race it and do a nice Doppler effect. I'll do that on Train Sim Classic, though. I'll definitely do that on the Train Sim Classic version, for sure. Right then, we're up 200 mile an hour, 3.7 miles, and yeah, this has been a nice little journey, to be fair. It's been a nice little leg. Obviously, I thought I'd represent the Midlands, let's say. Obviously, this isn't the Midlands, this is too far south. We are in, whereabouts are we? Milton Keynes is Bedfordshire, I think it's Bedfordshire, so obviously this is very much south in my eyes. If you're from London, you'd say this is north, but for me, this is very much south. Well, I believe in this thing called the Midlands, which, you know, there's, with the north-south divide, like, I feel like living in the north, people think like Derby is south, and I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't even say Derby's north. I'd say Derby is smack bang in the middle. It's the kind of no man's land, let's say. But I'd definitely say Milton Keynes is south. I'd say anything south of Northampton is south to me. And Northampton, obviously, it's north, so I would say anything north of that is Midlands, and then I'd say anything north of Derby is north, true north. Because I'd say Manchester's in the north for sure. Leeds definitely is in the north. Nottingham, it's a bit of a funny one. I wouldn't really say that's in the north. It's kind of, like I say, that's the Midlands as well. Birmingham's definitely not in the north. Birmingham is the middle of the country. It's like, you know, there's no two ways about it. Like, it's not north, it's not south, it's just there. Anyway, got 1.5 miles to Leighton Buzzard. Also, like, I think someone said to me once when I was at uni in Worcester, people said to me, I'm living in the north. I'm like, Worcester's not north. If anything, Worcester's kind of south. Because you've got like Cheltenham and that's definitely south. Cheltenham and Somerset, that is proper south. Because then that's like pretty much Cornwall, which again is very much south. Well, it's more west, isn't it? Right, let's slow down for Leighton Buzzard here. We're too busy talking about north and south, and we're not slowing down. We're speeding up. Right, here we go. Maybe just a bit of initial Just a bit of minimum. That should be all right. That should be all good. It's a nice little cab, is the 350. Got a nice little seat there. Look at that. Nice. Cool. It's a very nice detailed cab here. Here we go. Here's Leighton Buzzard. So let's slow down. 20% brakes. Got another freight service. Look at that. Look at that. Wouldn't drivers normally have like a view like that? That's what a driver would normally see, wouldn't they? Or something like in between. Something like that. It'd be cool to change the view so you could have a more representative sort of driver's view. Oh, that's part of the gameplay pack. If you notice the little hoppers on that, that's part of the gameplay pack. Quite cool. We are slowing down a bit too eagerly here because we've still got another 100 yards to go. But it's all right. We've still got 30 seconds to keep rolling. It's all good. Keep going. We're rolling along. Rolling along. I wonder, do train drivers sing whilst they're driving? If there's any real life train drivers, right? If you're like, for example, like I was saying about that West Coast Main Line segment, like for 2 hours, surely, like, you can't have any music in the cab, but surely, like, it'd be cool to have a radio, because like when I drive down to the Midlands, if I drove down for like 2.5 miles, 2.5 hours, and had no music, I'd lose my mind a little bit. So, you know, obviously you don't have a radio because you need to pay attention to the safety systems, but does anyone sing along to themselves? Let me know. It's sort of like singing in the shower, isn't it? You don't want to admit it, but everyone probably hears it. Right. Let's get the doors locked here at Leighton Buzzard. Got 2 more stations to go until we're at Milton Keynes. Nice. Let's go. Let's do it. Off we go. Is there any more funky boots here? Anyone wearing any green wellies? Anyone down here? No. Purple hat, that's Rogue. Ah, there's a defib there. I'm not going to say the full word because I can't say it. But there's a defib there. That's quite cool. And then you need to get behind the yellow line. What are you doing? Back behind the yellow line now. Do it. Got a ramp there. Cool. Got a couple of ramps. Nice. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get back in our train. So, up to 90 mile an hour. 5.9 miles to Bletchley. This is where we can fully stretch the legs of it now. Let's get going. Let's get going. So, yeah, like I say, we've seen plenty of stuff on this. We've seen pretty much everything that can layer into it, other than the 377, which you'd only see. I think there's only 1 service an hour, I think, in each direction between. Oh, what do they call? They call that. They go between Watford Junction and Wembley. So you wouldn't really see them. You don't see them too often. But we've seen everything else. Is there anything else coming that we're gonna come across? Anything up here? No. Oh, yes, Pendolino. There you go. Look at that. Off it goes. Is that a long one? That's a super long one. That's an 11 car, I think. There we go. Lovely stuff. I do like the Pendolinos. Pendolinos are very nice. That's what I'm going to do next, because you would be able to drive a Pendolino from Milton Keynes up to New Street. So, and it'll be my first sort of time doing that. So, it should be a good bit of fun for sure. Right, 4.8 miles up to 90 mile an hour, which is not that quick. I feel like we can get up to. Oh, I was going to say I feel like I can get up to 100. Look at that. I need to do more route learning. I need to spend more time doing that. I keep being told off because I don't really pay that much attention. Is this another station here? Or is this? Or would this have been a station at some point? It looks like it would have been. That's interesting. Is this? This looks like it would have been a station at some point. What is this? If anyone knows, let me know. Would this been like a station back in the day? It certainly looks like it. Anyway, we need to get going. So this is what I mean. We are fully in the countryside now. We're in the country. What's over there? Can we see any sheep? Any sheep anywhere? No, no sheep. No sheep around here. No. I think I went nearby this line because I did drive down to Silverstone not too long ago, which is kind of, I think it's. I know you wouldn't have crossed this portion of the line, but across the West Coast Main Line anyway, just north of Milton Keynes, and it's quite cool because obviously you can see them coming along for a long time. You see the trains coming along. It's quite hypnotic because they're sort of like going so quick. Obviously, you're going 17. You're just being overtaken by these Pendolinos and whatever else on the side of you. It's also quite interesting if you come down from Derby along the A38. There's literally it's sort of like you're going south, and then the West Coast Main Line is literally like going across here. And because you're going across the West Coast Main Line, you can see Pendolinos coming from one end, going underneath as you're approaching. It's quite a cool little shot. We've got 350 there. Nice. Yeah, it's a good bit of fun. 350. I'd like to see it in other parts of the country as well. I'd love to see it in Birmingham New Street. I really would. Got another Pendolino there. Plenty of Pendolinos today. I've seen so many of them. That's one thing. When the route first came out, it didn't feel like there was that many 390s on the route, but it now feels so much more realistic now since the update. Got 1.4 miles to Bletchley, and then I think it's only a couple of miles up to Milton Keynes. So we're almost there. We're almost at Milton Keynes. Right, so should we think about slowing down? I'll take the beans off. Yeah, it definitely got suspension. I can feel it as we went across them points there. You could see the train was moving. Slow down. Here we go. I can see the station, so we need to make sure to slow down properly here. 50% brakes. That should be good. That should be a good amount of braking. We shouldn't overshoot. We've not overshot anything today, so we're doing all right. Yeah, there we go. Down to 40, so I can take the brakes off. We can just minimum brake it. It's all right. I think these stations you can kind of approach a bit quicker, can't you? Right then, let's slow down for Bletchley. I think there's a cool little station plaque here somewhere. It says something about like trains to Birmingham or something. I spotted something when I looked around and I was like, oh, that's quite cool. We'll have a little fly around in a second. This also seems like quite a key station. 6 platforms. Oh, is it, what do they call this now? Is this the Marston Vale line? I think that's what they call it. It's a kind of like a key little interchange here. Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it's electrified along this section. I don't think it is anyway. Right, let's slow down there. And jobs are good one. Nice. Cool. Yeah, nice. So we've got a minute. So yeah, I think it's not electrified around this corner. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Oh, it is. It is electrified. I am wrong. Or am I? Does it stop there? I know, keep going. Oh, well, I'm wrong, aren't I? So I don't think 350s go that way, but if they do, let me know. Let me know. Right then, let's try and find that little plaque. Got plenty of cars parked over here. Got a couple of vans. That person, that's terrible park. Oh, that's even worse. Look at the parking there. Oh my god, I know there's 2 vans there, but my goodness, there's so many other spots you could have parked in, but you did that. Dear me. You know, once I got charged for parking twice when I did something like that. I'm joking, I've never done that. That'd be absolute sacrilege. Where was that little plaque I saw? Around here somewhere. I saw something, it was like trains to like Manchester or something or other. I can't find it. Got plenty of bikes there though. Get the doors locked. Where was it now? I think it said trains to like Birmingham International or something like that anyway. No, I can't. There you go. Direct trains to Birmingham International. There you go. So obviously they start advertising Birmingham International before Milton Keynes. But then again, why would you? Because obviously Birmingham International is not really that key of an airport. It's more, I think, well, in Luton, not too far away from here. So Luton would be your nearest airport. Obviously, there's not a direct connection, but I don't know. Interesting. Let's go. Up to 75, 3.1 miles to Milton Keynes. Our final calling point for today's video. And I've enjoyed doing this. It's quite a cool, like I say, quite a cool little thing. And I really highly encourage you go and watch every single segment up until now, because, like, you know, you can follow along the journey. So it's quite a cool little thing. It's definitely a cool thing to be a part of as well. And representing, you know, part of the country that I'm very much familiar with. I think if we went up the East Coast Main Line, I would have liked to have done a section of the East Coast Main Line as well. That would have been definitely cool. There we go. We've got some yellows coming up, so there we go. Up to 100 as well. A final stretch before Milton Keynes. Let's go. Let's do it. Very nice. Yeah, I would definitely like to see Milton Keynes to Birmingham New Street in TrainSimWorld. That'd be a nice little route in itself. I don't know, what would they bring if they was to do Milton Keynes to Birmingham New Street? What new stock would they bring in? Because obviously we've got the 350s, we've got the Pendolinos. Maybe a Avanti West Coast Voyager. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Got nothing else coming back this way, so it's just us for a little bit. That's fine. 2 miles. We've got some reds coming up, so we might have to wait outside Milton Keynes for just a minute. That's fine. That's okay. That's all right. I'm going to start slowing down now, actually, because we don't fancy spadding. Imagine spadding right at the end. Oh, that would be disgraceful. I'd have to go back and do it all again. Could you imagine? And so, well, I mean, I wouldn't do it all again. I'd be sacked in real life, so I wouldn't be going back. And I'd have to give my segments to someone else because I'd be sacked halfway along the journey. Right, let's slow down. Can we go? Denied. Oh, it's approach control. Cool. Right, we'll just roll. We'll roll at 34 until it changes. We've still got 2 minutes to arrive into Milton Keynes. Is there anything in our platform? I don't think there is. No, there's nothing there. There's only one other train there, another 350. So we should be all clear. We should have all the all clear into Milton Keynes. Let us in. Come on. Let me in. Let me in. No, denied. Wait for signal to change. Okay, that's fine. That's all right. We can slow down. There must be something crossing our path at some point. Oh no, there we go. Just as we slow down, it changes at last minute. Ah, there we go. So, right. Into Milton Keynes. Let's go. We can get up to 40. So, there we go. That was a nice little run from Harrow Wealdstone up to Milton Keynes Central. A nice little hour-long run-ish. I think it was around about 55, 58 minutes, something like that. But yeah, thank you for joining me along this segment. And like I say, I'm going to be jumping into the next one on West Coast Mainline South. So feel free to come and join as we go from Milton Keynes up to Birmingham New Street. And I'm going to do it in the Pendolino. I think I'm definitely going to do it in the Pendolino, just because, you know, it'll be a bit quicker, because I feel like the 350 would call it every single stop, so it'll take us 2 hours. So yeah, and it'll be my first sort of time looking at it. So yeah, feel free to come and join me, which will be the follow-up video after this. And then after that, we'll be going across Birmingham, Cross City and TrainSimWorld. And I highly encourage you to go and check out the other segments and watch the journey all the way through, because it's going to be quite a good bit of fun. So here we go. This is Milton Keynes. So let me do a little announcement. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are now approaching into Milton Keynes Central, where our train terminates for today. Please make sure to take all your belongings with you. Make sure to take all your green wellies with you as well, because I don't want to see them when I go for the train, to make sure that everyone's gone. So take everything with you, and thank you for travelling with RichyRail today. Nice. Right, so let's slowly roll into Milton Keynes. Slowly does it, right to the end there. Keep going. And we're late. We're just late. There you go. You can see we're in a city as well. Very built up here. And there we go. We can stop there. Lovely stuff. Excellent. Right. So, there we go. That was my segment from Harrow Wealdstone to Milton Keynes Central. Thank you again for joining me here along this little run. Hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, make sure to subscribe and all them sorts of things. I've got another Pendolino going past there. Look at that for timing. Make sure, you know, to go and check out all the other legs and watch the journey all the way through. I will see you on Train Sim Classic, and we'll go from Milton Keynes up to Birmingham New Street. So I'll see you there. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.